2 Megapops achievement really shows that when you deploy tower down and get it all the way to the 5th tier, that it is a tower not to be trifled with. I already showed that the Wizard Lord Phoenix can be 2 Megapopable, but now today, as you see by the thumbnail and title, we're going to be trying to do this with the Glaive Lord. If you're looking to purchase anything within the shop at all, then please by all means, before purchasing anything, go to create supporter code and use flare balloons and then hit confirm. And anything that you purchase goes a long way to help me, even if it's just a little bit, it goes a long way. First of all, fold the umbrella so that they're facing down and place your boomerang. And let's get started. In order to help us out, we're going to need some support from Geraldo to an overclock engineer to an alchemist with, I forgot what it's called now actually. I've played this game for a long time, but yeah, like Berserker Brew and Stronger Stimulant. But before we do that, we need some long range so that we'll be able to get to the point where we'll be able to place Geraldo on the field. Because I've tested this, and if we don't get the longer range, then this green will escape. There we go. Now Geraldo's going to play this game in style by being on one of these 2 chairs actually, and what he's going to do is provide camo detection along with the fiery Jerry Bro so that he's able to provide us with an additional means of attack. Oh gosh. Yep, we're already facing some difficulty already, but the game is still intact. Improved rings and then red hot rings shortly after that. Now the Boomerang Tower has twice the popping potential, because this not only allows it to pop frozen lead balloons, but it also does more damage by 1 layer. Glaives are now the biggest of the upgrades so far, will be the Glaive Ricochet. With this in tow, we should be good until round 24. The more bunched up the balloons are, the more likely it is that the Glaive Ricochet will be able to bounce off from balloon to balloon. Whereas if there's a huge gap, then they won't be able to do that. Okay, so level 5... Geraldo, and we definitely have the invisibility potion intact, so we can give it to our Boomerang Tower, which will be a temporary means for it to be able to detect camos and pop them. This is the full effect. Like, round 27 is a good demonstration as to how much PS this Glaive Ricochet has, and it has so much that a lot of towers actually quite struggle with this round if they're on their own, but not the Glaive Ricochet. Now we're going to go to more Glaives, which is just really powerful. I highly recommend getting it for yourselves if you've not tried it out for yourselves. It is a powerful upgrade. Next up, we're going to get a village, and we are hoping to be able to upgrade this thing at some point to a 420 so that we can benefit from the primary benefits and be able to permanently detect camos. Throw blocker, and then shortly afterwards, radar scanner. Radar scanner acquired. Now we will not be needing to put the sea invisibility potion on this until we reach level 19 for Geraldo, which then applying the invisibility potion will enable it actually to be able to do more damage to camo balloons. So therefore it will do more damage to DDTs, since that is a camo balloon in its own right. Primary training, excellent. Now we want to equip Jerry's fire to the more globes Boomerang Monkey, but we're just going to be short of it on the next round. Like, we can push it now, but let's wait until round 40 so that it's only 980, then get the bottle of Jerry's fire so that this is then more powerful, because we're going to really need this. We need this for this initial stuff like that. Excellent. And we can proceed. So our next threat is going to be round 50, because honestly, this thing is just going to absolutely shred through everything until then. Can't apply a sharpening stone to something which is both sharp but also able to pop lead. So if you don't get red hot range, you'll be able to apply a sharpening stone to it. But it's only really good on towers which are sharp but also have quite a low PS count. Whereas this Glaive Ricochet has an incredibly high PS count, so it doesn't really provide any sort of benefits. Okay, round 50 is going to come up soon, and look at round 49. This is usually a round which gives a lot of towers some trouble, but not this tower. This really shred through it and reapply. Excellent. So we're aiming really for the Glaive Lord, but we're going to need a little bit more help when it comes to that. So I'm going to apply you, and hopefully you're within range of this, so that you will be able to buff the Boomerang Tower. Lots of words there. And hopefully popping the Moabs will be a bit easier now. Oh, multiple Moabs. I think we're good here, I believe. Yes. Ceramics, just no chance. They do not have a single bit of chance here with us. What is that? That, my friend, is a pufferfish in the form of an airship. Round 59. Still no trouble whatsoever, but I imagine round 60 is going to give us some issues if not properly planned. So another Joey's Fire, which will enable us to be able to take this thing down, because we're going to have a bit of trouble with this, I imagine. Let's see, Joey's Fire doing some work. And, oh gosh, there's barely any counts. Or pop counts, I mean. Barely any counts. What are you counting? I'm counting pops. And yeah, we're going to have a bit of trouble. But hopefully that, yeah, Geraldo will do just a tad bit of work. Oh, it managed to get all the way around there. That's excellent. So, what are we on now? Only a little bit left until we can get this under wraps. Now then, we are nearly there. Just 500 more to go. Round 63, once we get the Glaive Lord, will be an absolute breeze. There we go. There's the Glaive Lord. Now, what's going to be our next objective? Well, we're going to get ourselves an overclock. It won't benefit the Glaives orbiting around the Glaive Lord, but it will benefit its primary attack that it sends out anyways. And the amount of damage that this thing throws out is just superb. Like this thing, if you give it camo detection, can solo round 163. And that's either the 520 or the 502. Alchemist 564, not a worry whatsoever. Glaive Lord, only 146,000, but this is like only just the beginning of its pops. The majority of the pops actually are rounds 90 and onwards. That has the second half of the amount of pops required. Overclock is up. Hello there. How you doing? Gone, I see. Overclock applied, and now our attack speed should at times be temporarily incredibly fast. But it's only got about like a 70 to 75% like uptime, so 25% of the time will not be overclocked, unfortunately. That just goes to show with like how balanced the game is in a way, so that a tier 1 tower has much more uptime than a tier 5 tower because of the potential that it gives to that tower. So if you overclock something that is at a lower tier, then by the time you get the overclock back, it still has an overclock applied to it. So tier 4, I believe, has 100% uptime. Tier 5 has 75% uptime. Something along those lines, which I think is very fair, actually. A big bunch of BFBs, not a problem whatsoever. Just as long as that stronger stimulant keeps being applied. The little dart thing that appears barely stays. I think it's because the ricochet, or the glaives that orbit around the Glaive Lord, they also contribute towards a potential attack, so therefore it just runs out incredibly quickly. Oh, by the way, we're saving up for the Perma Brew next. Round 79, regrow rainbow balloons just don't stand a chance against us. Like, a lot of the time, if you just have a single tower down, even with support, then the regrows will somehow get past you. But not in this case. And now we have ourselves the ZOMG to deal with. We don't have Jerry's Fire applied so far, and actually we don't need it. Like, at the Glaive Lord, we don't need Jerry's Fire until, like, the mid-90s, I imagine. Okay, now we're in free play. Let's see how the Glaive Lord does against all of these. And to be honest, not a worry whatsoever. The additional buffs that are provided by all of these things just give the Glaive Lord so much more popping potential. Super Ceramics, once again, do not stand a single chance against the Glaive Lord. This theme, I swear, it's just specifically designed so that any ceramics come its way is just absolutely shredded. And in 3-play rounds, I believe the ceramics don't spawn any additional balloons out of it. So therefore, it shows that it's going to go into the rainbow, but it's just popped instantly once it's shattered its ceramic layer. We're going to wait for the overclock this time, simply because of the small chance that we'll apply and then the overclock will not be there because of the 75% uptime on it. But it's just shredding through it. Let me know if the overclock does apply to the glaives that orbit around the Glaive Lord, but I don't think it does. 4 watermelons. 1 Glaive Lord. Who will prevail? And the answer is, without a question or shadow of doubt, the Glaive Lord. Like, absolutely shredding all of that. About 10k away from the Perma Brew, but we're going to need to apply some Jelly Fire to keep ourselves safe when the DDTs appear. It's just simply because of their speed which worries me. Not less their health or anything like that, or their properties. It's just their speed that I'm worried about. Bunch of fortified BFBs. Let's see how this fares out. Fortified stuff can be very dangerous at times, but not here. Let's see. Apply that to that, and we should be good. Yeah, they did kind of make it a little way through, but nothing to worry. Oh, they're really bunched up here, but nothing that our Glaive Lord can't handle. Bunch of 0MGs. Will we be faring well against these? Well, very good actually. Oh, we're just shy of it. Oh, fly back. Just shy of it. Yes, Permabrew. Now this will be doing far more damage consecutively rather than just very, very temporarily. So for DDTs, I have no worries about that now. Yep, just instantly gone. Well, not instantly, but very quickly gone. Very close to bonus damage, giving invisibility potions to towers, so probably really benefit to giving an invisibility potion to the Glaive Lord so that it does extra damage to DDTs. Let's see, yep, overclock back correctly. A bunch of regrow camo purple balloons. Very unideal for magic and fire-based towers, but for us, not a worry. Oh, this is quite interesting to say the least, but nothing that we can't handle. Bunch of DDTs, round 95 can be just as dangerous as round 98 in certain ways. If you have the proper means to deal with it, then you're going to not have a great time whatsoever. Let's see. Overclock it. Now, I'm going to be getting ourselves a call to arms for another means of increasing our attack speed. So let's see. That's there. We don't need the extra range because you can see the little monkey man with the sunglasses is up there. So the buff has been applied. Okay, another overclock, which is lovely. I'm tempted whether or not to go for another overclock, but I think stacking the overclock with the call to arms is, I think, is the way forward. Oh gosh, fortified 0MGs. Let's see how this fares off. I think we're going to struggle just a little bit, but we're not going to worry too much over. Sometimes this could be just as dangerous round 98, just because of the strength of individual 0MGs and stuff like that. Sometimes the strength of one balloon is just as deadly as a bunch of weak balloons. But it also depends on your Pierce count. Oh, that could be quite deadly. Zebras as well. Oh, hello. And we're done. Okay, your collection's complete. Excellent. So we're going to apply that. We don't need to apply that. We're going to apply one of you there. One of you there. And we're going to meddle with the other things, but we're not going to place them down immediately until we get call to arms. We're going to need that for round 100. Let's see. Round 98. It looks like there's a lot going on there, but yeah, it's shredding through them all. It's really shredding through them all. Overclock is necessary. Call to arms will soon be necessary once we're able to get it. Okay, we got it. We have got it. So now, whatever we can place down is up to Geraldo. So hopefully we will not require... Hopefully these won't be popped at all. Oh, DDTs. Fortified DDTs are very scary in their own way. Oh gosh, one of them's escaped. Hopefully our spike... Yeah, our spike mines have done justice. So now it's just a matter of placing everything down so that we can do this. 3, 2, 1, 0. We're going to place some glues over here. Actually, just place one of them there. Place Joey's fire there. Place that there. Okay. We're going to really need to get to work on this thing because this is going to struggle against the bad. That's at 3,000. We're going to make 2 million. But it's just a question not if we're going to succeed on this. That's the question. That's a question on my turn. Are we going to succeed or are we going to flop? I hope we're going to succeed. I mean, that's the idea of all this, isn't it now? 3, 2... Just place everything down. We don't need to worry about pop count. Just place everything that we have down. Give yourself some camo detection and some pickle. And as you go, Joey's fire here as well. And we're going to run out of money at this point. But we're going to place that one there, actually. And we're left with 19. 19 at our disposal. Oh, I forgot to do those two as well. My bad. Let's see. Are we there? This is really tight. Okay. The spindly thing's going. The DDTs are taken care of. That's good. That's very good. What else can we do with Geraldo? A bunch of not a lot. But I think the glues will be able to do something. We'll place them here, actually, just so that it slows down these ones so that we can take care of these ones first. Okay, we're at 2,014,000. We've just got to survive. That's all we've got to do. We've just got to survive. Some of these ceramics look quite scary, but don't worry, we're there. We're practically there. We're going to overclock you there. We're going to hold out the call to arms until the BFBs have come around. Oh, we're going to call it now, actually. I can't risk anything. Oh, it's just these last few, which could... Hey, done it. It would have been ironic if the instant monkey that we were given is like a 200 or anything like that. But we've done it. That's a success. 2,026,105 pops with the Glaive Lord. That's really cool. So... I reckon if we didn't place the other things that Geraldo had, we wouldn't be able to do this. Like the spike mines, handle the DDT, and that sometimes can be incredibly dangerous simply because it can evade your projectiles. There's a high chance of, well, you can't do damage to it, not because you can't not because your stuff isn't powerful enough, but it's just it can't hit it at times. So the perma-brew is definitely necessary. The Sea Invisibility Potion, when it gets to level 19, will be able to grant towers in which it is applied to more damage if they have the camo status on them. So DDTs, by nature, have the camo, so therefore this does more damage to DDTs. Doesn't do anything against bads, but it's mainly for the DDTs, which can be very scary. So it did pop one of the DDTs, and then the other, obviously, you saw get destroyed by the spiked mines, in which the stack of old nails does. So it says, yes, it's just a giant nail mine, but put it anywhere on a track and it'll handily pop those stray balloons. And that was actually the purpose of them, like putting them down over here so that the bad doesn't get affected by it, because I wanted it for the stray balloons, especially with the DDT and mines, stuff like that. So without call to arms, this would have been possible. Without primary mentoring, this wouldn't be possible with the initial radar scanner. Without perma-brew, I don't think this would have been possible. Without that overclock, I'm debating if or not it would have been possible without it, but I would rather be safe. And sometimes stacking both call to arms and overclock can be very nice, but with that last bit there, I wanted to wait so that I'll always have some kind of attack boost. really here and there. So hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up on the video and make sure to comment and subscribe as well. And let me know what other towers you would like me to try and do a 2 Megapops on. If you're able to, if you're actually shopping and you want to buy anything, and if you're going to go to that point, then please by all means by going down to Flare Balloons, confirm, and you'll be set to go. And also there's a tick there, so it is a done name, because that means please enter into a valid code if you've done it incorrectly. It's all in lowercase, by the way, even though it looks like it appears in caps. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, you lovely, lovely Balloons Tower Defense 6 players, and people in general.